An alternative activity for these hot summer days. Inside, there's food.
It's golf. It's golf.
More coming up.
Weather alerts on the free KSHB 41 app. Download it from meteorologist Lindsay Anderson.
Welcome back, everyone. 5:14 this morning. Dry here out at the Truman Sports Complex, but just looking outside, you can tell it's a little tough to see very far in the distance. There is a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture out there. Keeping an eye on not necessarily fog, but you can tell the clouds are hanging low. Now we've got some heavy rain. It looks like some new lightning strikes showing up here between Clay County and Jackson County, right along the Missouri River, close to Liberty. You're probably hearing some rumbles of thunder. South Liberty dealing with some more of that moderate or heavy rainfall, and it's going to track through Missouri City here very shortly. Wider view shows just in the last 30 minutes, new storms have bubbled up. We're talking Baldwin City, Ottawa through Paola. We also have some rain out from Odessa, Concordia, now east of Warrensburg into Windsor. So this activity is ongoing. The main area of rain and storms that we're going to monitor is still out west. You can see it's now approaching Manhattan, Kansas, bringing some really heavy rain through Salina. A lot of lightning strikes there, but there are no warnings with this, and it's already shown signs of weakening tremendously over the last 2 or 3 hours. So by the time it approaches our area, still think that we're going to watch for some moderate to heavy rainfall. The arrival time of this might be around that 8 to 8:30 time frame, closer to the busier or tail end of our morning commute. So lots to watch there as that wave gets close. Thunderstorms heaviest during that mid to late morning hour. Then by the afternoon, they turn more scattered. I can't completely remove that chance of rain for today, like how it's been all week long. It's so humid that even a little disturbance, a little bit of lift in the atmosphere could cause a thunderstorm to develop. So here's what we're talking about here on your Futurecast. This model totally dissipates that area of rain in Kansas. I think this is a little optimistic. I don't think it'll be weakening that quickly in the future, in our Futurecast. More storms, though. Look at this. At 4 p.m., there's this wave that pushes through northern Missouri. There's a chance that's closer to the Kansas City area. So between 4 and 9 p.m., we could get a few stronger storms out there close to KC, if not in points northeast. Then in the morning tomorrow, there's some lingering rain showers. I don't see really heavy rainfall in our area at this point. So most of your Saturday plans should be okay. Just be prepared for maybe the occasional rain shower or thunderstorm in the morning. What our main focus is going to turn to Saturday night, likely after 10 p.m. So if you've got any afternoon or evening plans, you should be okay. Just know it's going to be pretty hot and humid. Saturday night, this big wave is going to pass through. Look at this. It starts to develop out west, storms across Kansas. It tracks eastward, and they're likely going to produce some strong winds with it. That's what the Storm Prediction Center is forecasting, with that slight risk of severe weather in our area. 88s are high Saturday. A lot of fuel for those thunderstorms Saturday night. Temperatures are able to cool, though, in the 60s Saturday night, and look what happens on Sunday. Rain moves out. It's going to feel so cool out there, maybe 79 to 80 degrees for a high, and it'll be very windy on Sunday. Next week, look at how cool it's going to be. Even Monday brings us to 79 for a high.
Lindsay, thank you. It's 5:18 this morning. Progress could be made today in the ongoing Hollywood writers' strike. A union representing those writers will meet with major studios in the coming hours to restart the conversation. More than 11,000 workers started picketing back in May when contract negotiations broke down. Last month, they were joined by thousands of actors in the union. Two unions looking for a better share of streaming profits. They also want tighter rules on artificial intelligence usage, better working conditions, and more money.
Former President Trump is back at his New Jersey home after being arraigned and arrested in the nation's capital Thursday.
He pleaded not guilty to multiple felonies related to efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. Here's NBC's Bree Jackson.
Former President Donald Trump pleading not guilty to charges related to efforts to overturn 2020 election results.
This was never supposed to happen in America.
Trump stood before the judge facing 4 criminal counts, including conspiracy to defraud the U.S. government and conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. Prosecutors argue he schemed to keep himself in power after losing the 2020 election. The current GOP frontrunner claims, without evidence, that the case is an effort to interfere with his chances of winning the 2024 presidential race.
So if you can't beat him, you persecute him or you prosecute him.
Some of the officers who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6 attended Thursday's arraignment.
Most of the witnesses that have been corroborating all these action or inaction on that he did or didn't do have been Republican themselves.
Republican candidates are weighing in.
I do think that on this same set of facts, anyone not named Trump would not have been indicted.
It also reflects the seriousness of the issue the voters have to face in 2024.
Voters are divided.
For them to nitpick him to death is a crime against our country.
I would like to see my party open their eyes to see what's going on, to cut ties with him and move forward with other candidates.
If convicted, the charges could lead to a lengthy prison sentence for the former president. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
5:20 on your Friday morning, the birth of a new child, really special experience, but it is absolutely stressful for anyone related to that child,
right?
People around the family, whether you're in the home. It's a big, big moment in your life.
Parenting is amazing and hard, right?
Yes.
KSHB 41 News reporter Claire Bradshaw focusing on World Breastfeeding Week this week. And Claire, the focus this year is moms in the workplace, right?
Absolutely, Taylor and Lindsay. I'm up at KSHB 41's Mother's Room. So this is a room for the moms that work here and they maybe need to pump or they need to nurse. This room used to be considered a luxury for working moms. World Breastfeeding Week aims to bring awareness to what those moms need to get back to work and still provide for their newborn. So maybe it's maternity leave, a pump room, designated nursing time, or just support and understanding that it can be a difficult journey. I sat down with two moms who are sisters, their 5-week-old babies, cousins, born a day apart. They both are preparing to return to work soon.
So I was talking to my manager, just like, what would this look like for me coming back and having times blocked to pump? So he was very assuring and accommodating. I'm a nurse and I work bedside, so I do 12-hour shifts. So I knew that would be difficult being away from my child for about 13 hours and having to pump at work.
So the great thing about Lauren and Megan, obviously they're sisters, so they have that built-in support system, but they also attend a breastfeeding group at Advent Health where they can connect with other moms who may either be going through similar things, have those same questions, or also be about to go back to work. Reporting, I'm Claire Bradshaw, KSHB 41 News.
I mean, even in the most supportive work environment, it can still be a really, really difficult journey. So Claire, did they have any tips for other moms?
Oh, they had so many. They've learned a lot within that breastfeeding group. And Lauren, this is her second kid. So one of the things that they mentioned to me yesterday, if they're having trouble pumping, especially about to return to work, that's a stressful environment. So they have been told to maybe look at a picture of their newborn or watch videos of babies crying. That triggers that hormone that moms have to get that pumping going.
Ooh, it sounds all too familiar. Claire, thank you very much. And for parents out there, whatever your feeding journey is, it is your journey. Did you know? More workers have protection to pump at work now after a new law is passed. I've been looking into this. This is from the Department of Labor. They actually just launched their Power to Pump campaign this week to talk about the newly expanded protections for nursing employees. The Pump Act, passed last year, went into effect just in April. So now nearly 9 million more workers are covered, including nurses, agriculture workers, teachers, retail and restaurant workers, transportation workers. They have truck and taxi drivers here. What are those protections? Okay, I found this poster also on the Department of Labor website that they have this for you to print out and put up in your worksite if you want. It includes employees covered by this have a right to reasonable break time to pump and in a private space that is available and not a bathroom. This also has a QR code that you can scan to see if you are covered by the Pump Act. They even have things like a door hanger that you can print off and use on the room if you feel like you don't want anybody to come in and it might not have a lock on the door, something like that. They also have a number you can call if you feel like your workplace is not taking all of the steps that they need to.
As we approach the start of school, Overland Park looking for more crossing guards. The police department says if they don't hire enough, they'll have to divert police resources this year. The crossing guard company that staffs people across the Kansas City area looking for at least 30 more guards. We talked with one guard in Gardner who says she can't imagine a more impactful part-time job.
You get a split second with them, but it could really make a difference. It drew me in and I love it. I'll do it until they kick me out.
So if you're interested, we have more information on how to apply on our website, kshp.com. All right, Friday morning means it's time for another one tank trip, and this one I'm super excited about because it's all golf related. Indoor golf sounds pretty good during those hot summer days. One spot in Parkville offering visitors a chance to play the game out of the heat.
All while enjoying not just the AC, thank you very much, but some tasty food and drinks.
It's tough to do nachos while you're in a golf cart.
And Daisha has said, yeah, the food was really good. Here's today's one.
This edition of One Tank Trips, we explore the innovative technology at X-Golf Parkville, an indoor golf spot where you can beat the elements and go for it.
Our motto is play, train, entertain.
They have 6 bays that can hold up to 6 people each, along with a private room that has its own bay. Simulator rental fees are per bay and not per person, so here's how it works.
Having advanced technology, being able to capture swing metrics, ball speed, smash factor, the flight of the ball, actually the angle that it's coming in on. There's a couple different things that you can kind of jump into. The more experienced players that we have, because we got a lot of regulars, right? And so they're jumping in, they're scanning with a QR code. Nice. It keeps track of your stats and kind of your player log. As part of the play, train, entertain, going to a driving range or going to an actual course, you can go and practice your shot, right? And so jumping into the driving range in the training mode, you can see some of those metrics that I was talking about earlier is all captured with the feedback. The green button here is your friend, and we have the auto tee.
Oh my goodness.
So you never.
That is so fancy. Thank you.
You never have to bend over to pick up your own ball, which is another little added convenience. You can adjust the tee height up and down if you like.
So I had to give it a try. That was so bad.
Okay, well.
So bad.
Oh, wow.
That was better.
When we have private events or birthday parties or just fun gatherings, happy hours, corporate happy hours, we'll do events for like long drive, closest to the pin, putting challenge. Oh yeah.
Might be true.
There we go.
Oh my gosh! I just put it in.
Sweet.
Oh!
There you go.
I am now a professional. See, I think I'm more of a putter. X-Golf Parkville has food and a full-service bar. Rumor has it, me and Jacob are still here chowing down on those wings. But go ahead, play, train, and be entertained at X-Golf Parkville. For One Tank Trips, Daisha Jones, KSHB 41 News.